flashing lights. The lights.
You're blinded by the
Action.
You need that.
Before we get to your one-on-one with Kanye
It was absolutely
West
not that.
last night.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can we talk about people trying to protest Beyonce, though?
That's
so
ridiculous.
next Tuesday, these protesters are planning to rally outside the NFL headquarters here in New York to prevent such occurrences from happening again. So they're calling her performance hate. It was racist. They're race-baiting stunt. They even call the Black Panthers the hate group. What is wrong with people?
Interesting. I'll be interested to see what the NFL says. If the NFL says, well, Beyonce was not obscene.
No.
There was no hate towards any other group. It was pro what Beyonce wants to express herself. I don't think the NFL could go as far as saying that, well,
I don't
the
think
Black Panthers weren't a hate group, because then you get into a bunch of back and forth and semantics. And I don't even know if the NFL has to say anything. And here's the interesting part of this hate group or this protest. They're anonymous. They're not even. It says anonymous organization.
Yep. It's ridiculous. Okay, now to the one-on-one. Okay, maybe
Stop,
not one-on-one. There was no other media person in the room.
I don't think so. I didn't see anybody from radio that I knew at this Kanye West listening session last night. It was a lot of
intimate.
It was very intimate. It was very fun. I saw A$AP Rocky. I saw Tyga in there.
Who else was there?
They was partying, having a good time. A lot of people from Good Music Family and the label were in there.
Okay.
A lot of the label people.
Kim and Nori there?
Kim and Nori were in the building. There's photos of them coming back, and there's one of Kanye walking out of Electric Lady last night. He's got a hoodie over his face.
Yeah, I saw that.
We was having some beverages in there last night. We was dancing around.
But darn right you were.
Yeah, we was having a good time listening to T.L.O.P. I did not ask Kanye what the name.
The leftover pizza.
I didn't ask. I didn't get into that. I was really into the music. But I want to be careful right now, because I had a real conversation with him about exactly what do you want people to know about this album.
Okay.
And he basically said, I want to talk about how amazing the music, the drums, the bass lines, and the song structure is. He also wanted people to know that this is a journey of all of his work. So if there's things that you liked about each and every one of his albums, I think you're going to find that on this project.
Are you allowed to tell us some of the features?
They didn't want that down.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave that alone. He did specifically, I asked, there was some punchlines. And in the middle of the conversation, there's some lines that he says about some individuals. And I was like, yo, can I talk about that? And he just walked off. So he didn't tell me I couldn't talk about it. Yo,
and
my
you
man.
wouldn't say you wouldn't.
And I didn't say I wouldn't. Kanye says to Ray J, bro. He says, me and Ray J would probably be friends if we wasn't in love with the same. He says bitch, actually. And then goes on to say, you might have hit it first, but I'm rich though.
What? Congratulations.
No.
And it's funny, the way it's done. The way it's done, it's
funny.
Hilarious.
Right, okay, got it. It's not like
It's
trying-
not serious.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like
yeah.
no. It's not
He's
serious.
goofing.
It's not. Yeah, it's funny. There's a lot of. He uses one excerpt from the movie Warriors when they're up at Van Cortlandt Park, right? And you remember, I forget the dude's name. That's like, we got the so and so's, we got the this here, we're 60,000 strong.
Yeah.
In the city right now, there's only 20,000 cops. We run this town.
That wasn't at Van Cortlandt. Wasn't that at the park downtown?
Nah, it was. I think it was Uptown.
I don't remember.
thought it was Uptown.
Sorry, we're getting distracted.
I think in it they even say they're Van Cortlandt something.
Okay.
But that song, where he goes and really goes in on like talking about his version of some of the things going on socially right now, crazy. And the beats are crazy. Bass line's crazy. Drums crazy.
Is it a rap-heavy album?
Yes.
Is it closer to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy or Yeezus?
I think it gives you a little of all of that. It gives you a little of everything you love about Kanye West, for real.
But a lot of people don't. I'm a big fan of Yeezus. A lot of people aren't. Do you think
it's more melodic than Yeezus? You know how Yeezus felt dark and kind of like hard and not as melodic as some people like from Kanye West with like the soul vocals and things like that? You get that on this album. You're gonna get those soul vocals. There's some soul. There's some choir singing. There's some, you know what I mean? There's some things. There's some real soulful Kanye West things. There's There's some Chicago representatives on the album.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Is Oprah on the album?
No, probably not.
Scottie Pippen?
No.
Obama.
Is Obama on the album?
Obama, no. Michael Jordan also turned down his invitation to
didn't even
Yeezy
wanna go to
Season
the
3.
party.
Go.
So I was privileged to be in a building, and I gave him my word I wouldn't give much more than that. And I also, if y'all notice, I'm not trying to oversell it to y'all, because I want y'all to go get this T.L.O.P. album, whatever that
Tilapia.
means. Yeah, this leftover pizza. I want you guys to experience, because you know the records that he has out now, we love. Real Friends has Ty Dolla $ign, very melodic. No Parties in L.A., bars with Kendrick, and there's some samples. And he definitely, a lot of people ask, yo, what is sample game like? You notice how on No More Parties in L.A., he throws in samples, but it almost feels like he's throwing it in like a DJ.
Yeah, like
It doesn't feel like the beat is made off the sample. The sample lives off the beat that he kind of already put there. That is a theme that kind of goes through the entire project.
Can I be perfectly honest with you?
Yeah.
Your description of his album is the least cohesive, most difficult to understand, useless information I've ever received. But I'm excited to hear the album. It doesn't make me less excited. It makes
But
me
that's
more
what I
excited.
wanted.
You wanted to be completely and utterly vague.
Yes.
And just let it know that that you heard it.
Yes.
And it's good.
I heard it like 4 times.
Woo! And you saw Kim.
I mean, yeah, she was over there.
You hung out.
The baby
no,
Nori.
did
You
not.
and Kim kicked it. She said, what's
Not
good?
at all. Didn't even give her a high five. I normally give her a high five. Didn't give her a high five.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't give her a spiel how you're a father and you have a baby and the whole thing.
We've
You're
done
quick
that.
to do
That's
that.
over.
He's giving that spiel. He's already used the spiel.
That's we've already had that
He's
conversation.
already
Nobody
used that
cares
out.
anymore.
Okay,
He doesn't have anything else to say.
Besides, they know Izzy's popping out here. Nori,
Yeah, always trying, but is he?
But Kanye was in a really good space dancing last night.
I mean, he's so happy he thinks Bill Cosby's innocent.
I mean,
The verdict is out.
it's not.
But it's not.
I mean, technically the verdict is out, but
There was no court case.
I thought it got thrown out.
That's not a court case. There was no verdict.
True. So I guess he's not innocent.
I'll stand over here by myself if you guys want. I'll stand over here with I'm not celebrating Bill Cosby.
Oh, I'm definitely not doing that.
Not doing that? You sure?
No. I think, honestly, Kanye tweeted Bill Cosby's innocent because someone told him that, and he just jumped out the window. Was like, he's innocent.